Dear beloved members, for 5 days after Sunday worship, we have spent time experiencing various things in our own lives. Sometimes it may have been peaceful and thankful days, and at other times we may have faced unexpected difficulties. The story we will share today from Acts chapter 8 shows the amazing history of how the gospel expanded. Even in the midst of a great persecution crisis faced by the Jerusalem church. The book I want to introduce to you today is John Stott's The Acts of the Apostles exposition. This book deeply analyzes each chapter of the Acts of the Apostles and vividly depicts the history of the growth of the early church and the spread of the gospel. In particular, it emphasizes that the external difficulties of persecution in Acts 8 actually scattered the believers, which in turn became the catalyst for the gospel to expand beyond Jerusalem to Samaria and even to the ends of the earth. John Stott clearly demonstrates the leading work of the Holy Spirit and the universal power of the gospel through the stories of Philip's evangelism in Samaria and the Ethiopian eunuch's conversion. This book provides insights that make us deeply reflect on how to discover God's will and live a life that spreads the gospel amidst the difficulties we may face today. Through today's message, we hope to gain the strength and courage to live as witnesses of the gospel in any situation. Today's verse 1 says, Saul thought it was right to have him killed. It is recorded that on that day, there was a great persecution against the church in Jerusalem, and all, except the apostles, were scattered throughout Judea and Samaria. After the martyrdom of Stephen, a great persecution broke out against the church in Jerusalem, and the believers were scattered. However, surprisingly, this scattering became the opportunity for the gospel to expand beyond Jerusalem to Samaria. Verse 5 testifies, Philip went down to the city of Samaria and proclaimed Christ to the people. Philip, who went to Samaria to escape persecution, boldly preached the gospel there, and many people believed as they listened to his words and saw the signs and wonders. Even those possessed by demons were healed, and many stroke victims and those unable to walk experienced the amazing miracle of healing. As a result, great joy filled the city of Samaria,